Okay, folks, just want to do a little politics 101 here. We all seen what happened with the election. It's still up in the air, but looks likely that Biden's going to take it. Now, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that there's been some fabricated votes and some voter fraud and a lot of things, but we won't delve into that. That's still to be played out. Let's just look at some of the policies we're going to be looking at if Biden gets into office. One of the things he wants to do is to raise the minimum wage up to $15 an hour. Sounds like a great idea on the surface, right? Instead of like in Iowa here it's $7.25 an hour, raise it to $15 an hour. That's over double what we're making right now. Seems awesome, right? Here's the problem. Now these businesses that have minimum wage jobs that they're paying $7.25 an hour for, if they raise the minimum wage up to $15 an hour, like 30% of small businesses in the country are going to go out of business because they can't maintain profitability and still pay their employees double what they're paying them now. And think about it, if you raise minimum wage to $15 an hour, what do you think that's going to do for the tenured employees? Then they got to have some type of compensation. They shouldn't be making the same minimum wage that the minimum wage entry-level workers are making. Now, this not only is going to cause 30% of American businesses to completely crumble, and those people and those families to be unable to support themselves, but the remaining employees that are still at these businesses are going to get much more limited hours. There's going to be a lot of layoffs. There's going to be a lot of terminations because the employers that can still stay barely afloat, maintain profitability, aren't going to be able to keep as many employees on. So they're going to have to terminate employees. They're going to have to lay off employees. At least 30% of the workforce, in addition to the 30% of the businesses that have failed, are going to be fired, are going to be terminated or laid off. So now you're looking at roughly 40% of the workforce then out of work, needing things like food stamps, welfare, subsidies, public assistance for utilities, for rent payment, things like that. This is going to destroy not only businesses, but families. It's not only going to destroy jobs, but it's going to limit the hours of those who remain at the jobs and then require those who are still at the jobs to do 2 to 3 times the amount of work for the wage that they're making. So we really got to think about this and take a look at what we apparently have decided as a country to vote into office, because this policy alone is going to completely eradicate our economy. It's going to destroy millions of American jobs. It's going to destroy tens, if not hundreds of thousands of American businesses, and it's going to destroy families. All because it sounds good on the surface. All too many people in America have fallen prey to this great sounding idea without thinking it through. And unfortunately, this is going to be one of the things that's the undoing of our economy. And this is just part one of Politics 101 to help people understand the ramifications behind electing Biden. Part one in the books.